Welcome to Subramani. One more short query from a reader saying I and my wife both have the house in which I am living is owned by me. Other than this, my wife had a house which she sold, and I also have a house which I am planning to sell. So between us, we have three houses, and the house sold by my wife has given her a surplus of about 14 lakhs. She keeps it in a bank deposit, which I think is very inefficient. And I am also hoping to sell my surplus flat, the other flat, and even the existing one, and buy a bigger house. We need a 5 BHK or something like that, and we will have enough money to buy a 5 BHK simply because we are selling three flats, out of which two are 2 BHK. So we will have surplus. My argument is we are going to buy the next house only in 2024 or 2025. So the money which we have, which she has rather, she has the cash of 14 lakhs, should be invested in equity because that is the best place for money to grow. She, on the other hand, prefers a fixed deposit. What should I do? Well, Ram, this is a good question, and my suggestion would be to not interfere in her investing process because that is what she is comfortable with. When you do asset allocation, you will need some money to be in equity and some money to be in debt. Treat all her investments as your investments for the debt portion. Let her be in debt and you be in equity if that is what suits you. People seem to be forgetting that in 2008 we had a financial crisis, and in 2020 March we had a COVID crisis which saw the markets go down. Every year the market goes down at least by 10%, and every few years, maybe 4 or 5 years, it goes down by 30%, right? That's the kind of a fall that one sees every few years. That's the pattern. So when will it happen is something which we do not know, and it may happen every 3 years or every 4 years or every 5 years. Now, if you put your wife's money or you get your wife to put her money into equities, that will sound very good if the bull market continues. We have been having a bull market right since 2009. We have seen some temporary corrections like the COVID crisis of March 2020, but overall the market has been on a one-way up, right? Now, what happens if you're hit by another crisis exactly in 2024 or 2025 when you want to buy the new flat, right? So please understand that markets are good. Markets are a great place to keep your money or to invest your money. However, you have to remember all the past crises which have happened. The dot-com bust, the 2008 bust in US, which was a housing finance bust. Similarly, the reflections of that will be felt in India. In India, we had the Harshad Mehta problem, the Ketan Parekh problem. Don't forget your history, right? Go and reread your history. A lot of us have written about this. I think Amit Trivedi, I'm sure Amit Trivedi has written a book called Roller Coaster, which is about the scams which have hit the market over a long period of time. All those booms and busts you have to remember, and we are perhaps right now at the top of a wave. So at this time to go and put your wife's money, or at any time to put your wife's money, or at any time to put anybody who is unwilling to put their money into equities, maybe in very simple Nifty or something like that, not something esoteric like F&O, is risky. If you require the money on a particular date and you know the date, you require the money in 2024. Please understand, 2020 is over. So we are talking of 2021, 2022, 2023. At any point in time in history, investing in equity for a 3-year period does not make sense. But you can pick up lot of stories when you say, if you had invested so much in 3 years, it would have doubled or it would have gone up 4 times, right? You can pick up those stories. But largely, it does not make sense. So your wife's money should be in in debt funds. I am not saying it should be in bank deposits. It could be in ultra short bond fund, it could be short term income fund, and it could be liquid fund. Liquid fund is doing it too much because you have a 3-4 year view. So when you have a 3-year view, ultra short bond fund to short term bond fund is the best. Go and pick up the fund, see what is the YTM, the Macaulay duration of the fund is given at the top of the fact sheet. So if says 3 years, then you put that money because you require it for 3-4 years is okay. So, and closer to the event, exactly after 3 years, if you withdraw, you will pay lesser tax. So I'm just trying to make it little more tax efficient. You will not get returns far greater than bank deposits, but it will be more tax efficient because in a bank deposit, I'm looking at your asset level. I'm assuming she must be at least on that 30% slab or 20% plus slab. Therefore, I am suggesting a tax arbitrage. I am not even suggesting something very different. So 90% of the money should definitely be there, and with 10% maybe you take a chance, but that's about all. And in that 10% also, if you get, let us assume you will get 5% return in this debt fund over 3 years. Forget the compounding. So you're talking about 70,000 rupees per year. Maybe the returns will be 70, 80 and 90,000. So if you put away say 2 lakhs or 1.5 lakhs into equity, and that does very well over the next 3-4 months, again remove it, pay the short term capital gains tax and put that also into a debt fund. Don't take chances, it's not worth it. The period is not too long. Even assuming you get 9% in equity and 5% in debt, if you're talking of only 4% over 3 years, that, I mean, I'm not saying it's an insignificant one, but since N is very less, since it's only 3 years, it's not worth taking the risk to get that extra 1 or 2% or maybe 3%, because there is also a possibility that you might get a negative return in equities because markets are high. Markets could come down and remain there for say 4 years. Then your real estate plan gets postponed. If you look at it other way and you say I'll be happy putting it in equities, and whenever there is a next boom I will sell all my properties and buy another property, then it's a different ball game altogether. Because if the market is down for say 6 years, 7 years and you are clear that you will not sell, then it's okay. But I think putting your wife's money into the markets at this time of the cycle doesn't make sense. If she wants to enter equity, if at all you want her to enter equity, from her salary income start doing an SIP, maybe a small one, maybe 1,000 rupees, maybe 5,000 rupees, and then show her what is the impact and let her come into the market in that way. Putting a lump sum for a reluctant investor when the market is not low is not a very sensible idea. Don't try this, not worth it. Thank you.